We sort of made him our unofficial man of the match. I thought there was solid performances from much of the squad, efficient, professional, and when you come to a stage of this season, that's all you ask for. But Lacazette with a delightful second, he just shows what a fantastic all-round striker he is.
He is. The all-round is the term there, Dan. I think his work off the ball often goes unseen. The runs he makes to the corner of the box to give a player a pass into a channel. He's looking for that big diagonal over the top. He's happy to spread the play left and wide. He will run all night for the team. He's the first line of defence. And then on top of that, when he gets the ball, he's very calm. He's hard to knock off the ball. He brings players into it. I've been really impressed with him. He should have got that goal on the stroke of half-time, and Richie put off that spectacular defensive clearing header, got the goal he deserved in a slightly odd fashion, the way Aubameyang's header went over the back of the defence, but a deftly taken lob. Mesut Ozil, honourable mention for him as well. He's always had a good time against Newcastle. I think he's been involved in 4 in his last 4 games. Could have scored tonight, set up a couple of great chances. Sumptuous pass for Aubameyang in the second half. He was full of tricks and flicks. Really impressive from him as well.
And I've asked a lot of people over the course of this season what Unai Emery's stamp on the squad is, and whether he's got a settled side, whether he's got a settled formation, and is it just that he is adaptable and he looks to play horses for courses, different players against different opposition. He's not afraid to mix things up, and that's what he does. He doesn't just do one thing. He's quite happy to mix things up. Adrian Clark making the point that when Aubameyang came on today, it wasn't just to replace Iwobi on the left-hand side, it was to play 2 up front. This is what Unai does, and although you can go man for man with our squad against the top 6 members and say, well, yeah, maybe not him, but what he does with this squad is proving invaluable over the course of this season.
He's adaptable, you're right. He does his homework. I think they all do their homework. They use the data. They'll look at what players in the Newcastle team tend to tire in the last 30 minutes of the game, and if they see a player who's got a reputation for tiring in those last 30 minutes, they'll bring on someone to bring in pace up against that player. They think it through very carefully. They've used the squad very wisely, and I think that Dubai trip has made them nice and fresh as well for what's going to be a really tough run-in.
Chris, many thanks. We'll speak to Chris over the course of the run-in. He'll be on commentary duty for the Leicester game, I can tell you that, in a few weeks' time. I'll be at Everton for you, Goodison Park with Josh James on Sunday. Much more chat to come and analysis from the Arsenal Nation gang. Kenzie, all yours. 10 wins on the spin, at home in the Premier League and above Spurs in the table full-time here. Arsenal 2, Newcastle 0.
Said with much delight there from Dan. Yes, ahead of Spurs in the table. We are going to be taking a closer look at that league table in just a moment's time. But we're going to kickstart the full-time show with some Lacazette love. Loads of you at home have been sending in your comments on social media about the man. Here it is. This was the initial reaction from all of you after the goal went in. Just so much love for him. Lacazette, how cool was that? Lacazette goal. Bad boys. Lacazette and Aubameyang. Well done, boys. Just great stuff from him. Lots of you impressed with what he's been doing. Great work ethic from him, and he certainly deserved that second goal as well. Adrian, Johnny, you've been talking off camera. You seem very impressed with that performance from him.
Yeah. I was definite man of the match, in my opinion. I just heard that the television have given it to Mesut Ozil, and I thought that Mesut was fine. Like he did it, he had a decent game, some lovely little touches, some nice dummies, but from where I was sitting, it was either Ramsey or Lacazette. Ramsey came off fairly early. Yep. I just think it was a really accomplished centre-forward's display. He was so strong, his movement was terrific. Every time he had the ball, he looked after it wonderfully, always had a threat, and scored a brilliant goal. Yep. I mean, that for me is a 9 out of 10 performance from Alexander Lacazette. Superb.
I thought he was absolutely fantastic as well, and I couldn't agree more. I would have given it to Ramsey or Lacazette. I thought Ramsey just encapsulated everything that we want to be, particularly in this run-in, you know, that we're going to be in your face, constantly running, constantly moving, showing strength throughout our performance. And, yeah, he went off, sorry. Hopefully that's nothing too untoward with, you know, an injury that's going to keep him out. But I thought he was absolutely sensational, and Lacazette the same.
Well, these guys were loving Ramsey, and it seems that you were at home as well. Let's take a look at what you've been saying on the Welshman. We've got a tweet here. There are a few players like Ramsey and Lampard in world football. Arsenal are taking a big loss by letting him go. I can't even begin to think of a replacement. Let's take a look at one more here. Oh, look at that. Very, very sad face. Me every time I remember Aaron Ramsey is leaving Arsenal. Us too, actually. I think we feel the same, don't we, boys?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, I'm going to hold my hands up here, right? Because, you know, different players have different things for different fans at Arsenal. I've had my ups and downs with Ramsey. I have had periods where I think he was a bit of a try-hard. He would constantly try and do things on his own. In the days when Ozil was just unreal, Ramsey was almost trying too hard to do the things that Ozil did that naturally came well to him, and he's not that type of player. And I feel like the bell has just tolled on Ramsey right now. It's just kind of, he's woken up and thought, actually, I'm not going to try and do all cute stuff. This is what I am, because, quite frankly, there's not many players better than him in the world at doing what he does.
What he is, he's a brilliant, athletic, box-to-box player that scores goals, creates chaos inside the opposition penalty box, and that's the reason that Juventus are prepared to pay him a wonderful salary moving forwards, is because there aren't many midfielders that do the work that he does in the middle of the pitch, snapping away, winning tackles, moving the ball with quality, and then also get into the box and score. It's not just about scoring goals with Aaron Ramsey, it's about causing carnage. And sometimes just by him making a run, it takes someone else away, or it leaves a gap for someone else to score, or a little knockdown for somebody else. I find it hard to think of a like-for-like replacement. There's certainly not one here already.
No.
We need to go out and buy one, but there aren't many around, unfortunately.
But the thing with Aaron Ramsey is, because I think he naturally doesn't have any striking attributes that you see. He's not the fastest player in the world. He's not the strongest player. He's not the tallest. But what his special power, if you like, is his engine. It's just unheard of. And when I watched him against Paul Pogba the other day, a guy coming in as one of the biggest form players in the league, and get absolutely shut down by Aaron Ramsey with a absolutely unbelievable performance. And it just really, that little cry face thing, that's where I'm feeling well enough. Come back before you've gone.
Now, of course, tonight's win over the Magpies means we've recorded 10 home league victories on the bounce. And our man, Unai Emery, has certainly been doing the job for us here. And a lot of people are saying he's going under the radar slightly. So loads of you have been sending us in your thoughts on that. Credit to Emery. What a job he's doing at Arsenal. So loads of you acknowledging the work that he's come in and done here at Arsenal. He may finish this season as number 3 in the Premier League. Of course, that's where we're currently sitting in the table. Do you think it's fair to say, gents, that what he's done here has been slightly flown under the radar?
A bit, yeah. I think he's had a good season. Yeah, really good debut season. He's a good tactician, definitely. We know that. I think I would slightly criticise the fact that he's changed formation so frequently. I think that's what one mild criticism I'd have of him, but in the main, he's made some great decisions. And what I do like about it is that he started this season by turning Arsenal into a more efficient side. They weren't very pretty, weren't great to watch at times, but that was because it was a work in progress. He was getting everybody used to his philosophy, his style, his defensive demands. And it's almost as if we're coming out of that now. It's like everyone knows their job, they know what the manager wants now. They can be a bit more instinctive again, they can play off the cuff in the way that we've got used to seeing Arsenal in recent years. So what we're seeing right now, I think, is a fruition of a lot of hard work that he's done since last summer. He's a good manager, and I think that we made a good choice in getting him.
We certainly did. Well, tonight's win has instigated lots of positivity online. Loads of you feeling the love for Arsenal tonight. So let's take a look at some of those tweets that you've been sending us in. Arsenal first. This is a proper professional performance. Absolutely loving it. And one more here. Emery ball is beautiful. And a love heart emoji. He really is fantastic, our Unai Emery. What do you think it is about Unai that is so great? And what is he doing so right here?
Well, first of all, you know, I, like a lot of the people watching, will be involved in like Arsenal WhatsApp groups or whatever, and you see lots of fans with different opinions. Now, I'm of the opinion that I think at this moment in time, it's impossible to say that Unai is doing anything other than a sensational job. That is as simple as it is. 3rd in the league. How are we even there, considering where the other teams are starting from? And the only thing that even makes us second guess this, should I say, is that we've had some shocking results to Rennes away and Barté Borisov. You know, 2 real blips. But we're still through in the Europa League. Let's see how we get on against Napoli. Because if we tread on in the Europa and we're in 3rd, this is an unbelievable first season. Because I thought, from where we were last year, the absolute chaos that we were in, to get into the Champions League will be nothing other than an absolute victory for him.
I just think he needs to be quite ruthless now in the summer. Just to with the players, not like they've done well for him, but I think that he knows that the quality in the squad can go up. I think with what he's working with, and it's not a bad squad of players, of course it isn't, but I do think compared to some of our rivals, they have a bit more quality. So what he's getting out of them is really impressive. The key now is to maybe get rid of a few guys that are good, but maybe not the difference makers, and upgrade this summer.
At the beginning of the show, we asked you both to vote for some of our nearly end-of-season player awards. One of our unsung heroes was Bernd Leno. Let's hear from him now.
Then we scored the goals, and it was a well-deserved win.
When Newcastle were digging deep like that, what does the team have to do to get around it?
Yeah, I think keep calm, because Newcastle, they waited only for one chance, only for one corner or free kick to score, and then it's more difficult to score a goal and to win. And I think the first goal was very important for us, and we keep possession, we keep playing our balls, and I think that was the main reason that we played so good.
You're coming off quite a long break since competitive football. Did that have a factor in the performance as well?
No, I don't think so. I think we all played football the whole time in Dubai, or the national team players for their country, and I think we all were focused all the time, and we knew after this international break we have a very important game, and I think we saw this mentality today.
We're now third in the league. There's 7 games to go. It's not going to be easy, but it's a great position to be in.
Yes, I think now we are in a very good position, but I think it's still a long way, because the other teams they will wait for our mistakes, and we have to be focused in every game, and yeah, if it's possible, win all the games, and then we go back to Champions League.
Great, Ben. Thank you very much.
Well, there you go. Bernd's hoping to win all of the run-ins they have coming up. It's not going to be easy, as he said, which leads us nicely onto this next tweet that we've been sent in. Let's have a look at this. Can I just mention how Arsenal will be third and have the easiest run-in between the other clubs? Wenger left a decent foundation. What do you make of the run-in that we've got coming up?
Well, I'm not worried about the home games, because we're pretty imperious here, aren't we? It is the away games. I was banging on about 3 tough ones in commentary. I forgot about Everton away. That's not going to be a gimme. So you got Everton away, Wolves away.
Here's
Watford
the run-ins.
away.
We can see them there.
You can
so
see
this
it
is
here, look.
the race for the top 4.
Everton, Watford away, tough games. Palace at home, I'm confident. Wolves away is tough. Leicester away is very tough at the moment. I'm happy with the finish. Brighton at home, that's a gimme for me. And Burnley away, I'd be confident that we can go there and get the result that we need. So, look, I wouldn't really trade it with any of the other.
The other thing you notice out of that is Man U were playing Chelsea the same weekend. We had Leicester, was it? So yeah, we've got a difficult game, but someone's dropping points, or they're both dropping points. Yeah. I think, you know, when we look at it objectively, we've definitely got the best run in, and I think, you know, when I say I think we're favourites for third, if we keep producing the previous away games and performances that we have all season, we won't get it, because we'll lose at least 3 or 4 of them games. But I don't. There seems to be exactly what you were talking about, Adrian. Things started to have dawned on the Arsenal players. Some of the tactics that Unai's been trying to get through to them, it seems like they've kind of woken up a little bit. So I expect better performances away from home, and us to really put the foot down in the...
I agree completely. And I think now that we've seemed to have settled on a back 3, I think that will make a difference in terms of the running. We've chopped and changed the whole season, and I think that's been a bit confusing for the players, and we've chopped and changed for a reason, but if there's one thing I wouldn't swap between now and the end of the season, it's that rear guard. Keep a back 3, just so that everyone knows their jobs. We want to keep things as simple as possible. We kept a clean sheet tonight. We kept a couple of late.
Maybe just Mustafi out for Koscielny, and then we'll. I mean, don't get me wrong. No,
Here comes the butt.
I'm not going to have a go at Mustafi. He's played well today. He's probably a great guy down the pub, you know. But if I'm picking the pub pub side to play, he's not getting in it. That's what I'm saying.
Just had to get that in there.
I'm
We've
just
got
saying,
a whole
Koscielny for Mustafi, that's all I would have done.
Koscielny's been great. And,
He has.
yeah, a bit of an unsung hero since he came back. And, yeah, look, he's got a bruised foot. Yeah, it'd have to be a really bruised foot to keep him out in the long term.
OK, well, we're going to finish the show now on a bit of a lighter note. I absolutely love this. Of course, we saw El Neni and Guendouzi in that midfield partnership in the second half. And lots of you have been picking up on the hair. Love this. Look at them linking up there in the middle of the pitch for Arsenal. There we go, picture of them there, and
Just
another
need the
one
boy
here.
Cochrane in there, don't we?
We do. You could actually complete that trio.
Yeah.
Johnny, can you see any likeness in yourself there?
Absolutely. I've got fantastic hair. I mean, what are we doing here? You know what I mean?
Do you use the same shampoo?
No, because none of us use shampoo. We just walk out, toss the water droplets off and go, right, here to win at life, you know? No, I mean, good luck to the lads. Guendouzi's taken it a little far, obviously. You know, probably stop at this length. But, you know, fair enough. You're doing your own thing. Good vibes.
Nah, we love it. We love it, Guendouzi. Right, we're going to wrap up with one-word summary of today's game. Adrian, starting with you.
I think it was a polished performance.
Yeah, I'm going to say fantastic because it was completely necessary, but it was fantastic the way we're dealing with our business right now.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to go with necessary, actually. I'm going to steal that from you. I like that a lot. Adrian, Johnny, thank you so much for joining us, as always, on Arsenal Nation Live. Great to have you guys on the show. It did get a little bit out of hand pre-match, but it was a laugh. I like it. We hope you enjoyed it at home. Now, don't forget, we'll be back in the Arsenal Nation Live studio on Sunday. We will travel to Everton. That's an early kick-off, 2:05. So do make sure you're joining us half an hour before then. See you then.